Queen Liliuokalani by Amanda Torres. Please disregard this slide. This is a slide that came with the theme and there was no way for me to remove it. So it has nothing to do with the PowerPoint, but please disregard this slide. Thank you. Queen Liliuokalani was the first and only woman to rule Hawaii. Although her reign didn't last long, during it, she fought tooth and nail till the end for her people and her kingdom of Hawaii. And here we have a picture of the beautiful Queen Liliuokalani. Early life. Queen Liliuokalani was born Lydia Kamakahea in Honolulu, Hawaii on September 2, 1838. She was born to a rich and high-ranking family. As a young girl, Liliuokalani was educated at the missionary Royal Run School, where she learned to speak fluent English and received musical training. So here we have two little pictures of the royal school where Queen Liliuokalani went. And here's a fun little fact. As a growing princess, Liliuokalani groomed her interest in music and poetry, leading her to produce more than 160 songs over the course of her life, including Aloha Oe, a song considered to be a Hawaiian national anthem. And the fun little fact is she was an accomplished singer who is said to have the perfect pitch and could play multiple instruments such as the guitar, piano, organ, and auto harp. Married life. In 1862, Liliuokalani married John Owen Dominus, a government official and son of an American ship captain. It is rumored their marriage was not happy. He died a short months into Liliuokalani's reign. Liliuokalani had wanted children of her own, but unfortunately could not have any. John, her husband, chose to socialize without her, and Mary Dominus, his mother, and her mother-in-law, looked down upon her because she was the non-Caucasian daughter-in-law. Later in life, Liliuokalani adopted children of her own. Bayonet be gone. As American sugar and pineapple industries grew in Hawaii, American settlers and businessmen such as Sanford Dole, yes, like Dole the pineapples, wanted more control over the kingdom. In 1887, when Kalakaua, Liliuokalani's brother, still reigned, he was forced to sign a new constitution by an armed militia, essentially being held at gunpoint. That constitution being called the Bayonet Constitution, which aimed to remove native Hawaiian land rights and give their votes to foreign landowners. And here we have a picture of King David Kalakaua. Queen of the Throne. In 1881, Liliuokalani's brother King Kalakaua passed away, and she assumed the throne as queen. She refused to honor the 1887 Bayonet Constitution and proposed a constitution giving more power back to the monarchy. Her reign was short-lived, yet she fought for her people and her island. She fought to strengthen Hawaii's weakened monarchy, protect Hawaii's voting rights, and she even endured imprisonment in her castle or palace for her efforts as queen. Constitution chaos. During her reign, as she did not accept the Bayonet Constitution, the now Queen Liliuokalani was working on a new constitution for her people of Hawaii. She had a new constitution drafted for Hawaii, but was betrayed by two of her ministers that took word to those standing for Hawaii's annexation. This caused an outbreak and chaos. The word was sent, and those against Liliuokalani joined together in the Committee of Safety, led by the President Judge Sanford Dole. And once again, yes, Dole, like the pineapples. Step down and surrender. In January 1893, a committee of safety, or the Committee of Safety, gathered near the Queen's palace. After a failed insurrection by her supporters in 1895, she was charged with treason by the US government and put under house arrest in her palace. Can you imagine being prisoner in your own home? She didn't let herself or Hawaii go down easily. It said in exchange for a pardon for her and her supporters that she yield to the superior force of the United States of America. When Hawaii was annexed by the United States in 1898, Liliuokalani declined the offer to watch the annexation ceremonies, as she could not bear to see the Hawaiian flag lowered and the stars and stripes put in its place. For the rest of her life, she fought to preserve Native Hawaiian rights and traditions. Liliuokalani advocated for a free Hawaii until her death in 1917 by the age of 79. As queen, she acted to implement a new constitution that would restore the powers lost to the monarchy through the Bayonet Constitution. Impacts relevant to U.S. history today. We see here the Queen's Hospital. She helped raise funds for the Queen's Hospital in Hawaii. She established a bank for women in 1886. She established the Queen Liliuokalani's Trust to support Hawaiian orphans, which is still thriving today. And she founded a fund for education of Native Hawaiian girls. And here we have a quote by Liliuokalani. She says, "I have pursued the path of peace and diplomatic discussion, and not that of internal strife." This quote by Liliuokalani states that she believed that the feelings of one that the feelings that Queen Liliuokalani had were those of peace and harmony, and she did not want to have any internal strife or any internal problems of her or her Hawaii, her kingdom of Hawaii. And here are the works cited. Thank you guys.